What are you doing? What? What's wrong? Is that what you want? I don't know what you want. You just want to go explore. What? Can I help you? Happy 5 a.m. everyone. I'm sure no one's shocked that I'm still nocturnal. I went to bed at 10 p.m. last night, woke up at 1:30 a.m. completely awake, so now I'm just here living my life. I have an interview at 9:30 for a job, so I think instead of going back to bed and then being like half asleep when I'm on the interview, I'm just gonna stay awake. I have a couple hours to that interview. What I plan on doing is continuing the novel that I'm reading. So I started this romance novel called Passion on Park Avenue by Lauren Lane. I'm currently on page 39 out of like 200, so not that bad. This is a novel about a woman who owns her own business in New York City. She's still adjusting to her new lifestyle of being successful and rich because she grew up not any of those things. And so this begins where she is moving her office headquarters to be to a larger location. Alongside that, she's trying to move her apartment because she's richer now and can live somewhere nicer. At one of these apartment complexes she has an interview at to live in because it's so prestigious. She's interviewed by this man named Oliver, who when they were kids just harassed her. I don't really know the backstory on that. I don't know if it was like an elitist I'm better than you thing or if there was like angst there, but they have bad blood and she remembers him but he doesn't remember her, so she's very standoffish and cold to her, and he's just fascinated because he's like, why is this woman the worst? She's beautiful. I need to figure her out. So far I'm loving it. The writing style is very witty and fun and engaging. This isn't the most gripping book though. I've started this for like 3 days and I'm still barely 40 pages into it, so it's just difficult to want to pick up. But I have this on Kindle, so reading it in e-format as opposed to physically is a lot easier to me for some reason, and I think I'm gonna read that for a couple hours before my interview, and then like half hour before my interview just start panicking. It's a phone interview, so it's not like I have to look beautiful or be anywhere. I know I'm becoming a broken record, but I've just felt lousy lately. And I'm at the point where I feel lousy, but then I know in my heart, like, I don't have anything to feel bad about. I have it really, really easy, but it's still, I just feel down all the time. And I think part of that is because before I used to be able to like take my parents' car and like go do stuff and leave the house and find sort of an escape that way. But the other week I drove to the post office, and I live in a tiny town, so our post office is tiny and it literally only has like 4 parking spots and it's always busy. So when I was parking, there was only 1 parking spot and I was like squeezing in it, and I hit another car while I was parking, and now I'm just like terrified of driving that car because I already hated it because it's a truck and it's huge and it's really difficult. But now I'm like, okay, if I hit a car, I obviously don't know how to drive it and I refuse to go anywhere. So I haven't left my house in 2 weeks because I'm scared of driving. So I just feel like I'm stuck at home in bed just complaining about it. But it's like there's so many people that are working like 3 jobs after they graduate because they can't afford to just sit in bed. So it feels so privileged to just be able to complain that like, oh, I'm doing nothing all day. My life is so hard. I should just be thankful that I can sit around in the first place, even though obviously being awake at 5 a.m. because I can't sleep isn't great. I don't know, I guess I'm looking for advice. Like, how do you be productive when you have no schedule, when you have no job? Since I can't leave my house, I don't really do anything. And I mean, it's good that I'm reading more because when I read, I can film. When I film, I can upload. When I upload, I can get paid. So I feel like that's something I've been focusing on because I know that that's a way that I can at least be doing something. It also sucks because the more I'm bored sitting around doing nothing, I do a lot of online shopping and a lot of overeating because I have nothing else to do with my time. Those are bad habits that I shouldn't engage in, but I'm not. Like, what else can you do? So, more fun updates. I think this is gonna be my last vlog before Shadow Me comes out, which is terrifying. Also, on the note of being upset about jobs and stuff, I am like a month behind where I thought I would be. I thought I would have a job by now. So my boss from PetSmart asked if I want to work for spring break, which I was originally gonna say no to because I was like, I'll have a job by spring break, but I'm working at PetSmart again. with my English degree. I'm trying not to be bitter about getting an English degree because I know that there's still stuff I can do with it, but I'm gonna be for real with y'all. I would not have done an English degree if I could go back and redo my schooling. I might have minored in it, I might have double majored in it. I think it's a useful skill, but it's something that's so difficult to be marketable when you just do that one path and you're not gonna teach. And I used to get really mad when people would be like, you can't do anything with an English major. I'd be like, no, yes you can. But now that I'm looking at jobs, I'm looking at what they want you to be able to do, and I'm looking at all the qualifications, I'm like, huh. Yeah, I don't know. I might go off about that in a different video because I get questions a lot about my schooling and my English major, but now I'm gonna get my Kindle and keep reading, and hopefully that'll cheer me up. I'm not anxious about this interview, thank God, and that's actually like another positive of this whole thing. It's like I haven't been anxious about finding jobs or anxious about being unemployed. At this point, I'm just so self-conscious that like I'm not doing anything right. And you'd think that after having multiple interviews by now that I'd be comfortable with it, but I just get more and more afraid of them because it's like if I'm interviewing and I'm not getting jobs, then I must be answering the questions wrong or like doing something wrong. Do I answer the questions the same way I've been answering them? Just like I'm second guessing everything. And I complain about this so much, but the bottom line is that this is gonna go away in a couple months, if not weeks or days, so you just gotta stick through it. I've been sending a series of desperate emails to people at American Airlines trying to get hired there, and I just sent a major one off yesterday to someone that I know in the company, so that's like my lifeline right now, is trying to get hired at my dream company, even though for a while there I thought it wasn't gonna happen. Keep your fingers crossed for me and job opportunities and this pimple I got that I didn't even realize looks really bad on camera. I'm gonna finally shut off the camera and do some reading. Good freaking morning. Had my phone interview. It went aight. Just kidding. I really don't want to work for them after hearing everything on the phone. In the middle of bombing my interview this morning, I got an email from American Airlines saying they want to interview me over the phone. So I'm just like in a haze of like my dream company. I got an interview, so cross your fingers, triple time for me, because I'm really trying to work there. Today, I really need to do errands. I've been saying for days and days and days, like, oh, I have to go do this, and then I haven't. Today, no excuses. I think I'm gonna have to take the truck myself, which just gives me diarrhea. I hate that. But I really just wanted to update and say, send me your best thoughts in the world. I have an interview Thursday, which by the time you're watching this, I'll probably already have had it. So last night, I didn't read anything after I stopped vlogging because I got on my phone, went to my YouTube app and watched YouTube videos instead. And then around 7 a.m. I got sleepy, so I was like, hey, 2-hour power nap before my interview. And I did. Woke up at 9:15, interviewed, and then showered. And now I'm gonna be an adult and go mail Depop packages and go to the grocery store. That's all. I just wanted to talk about my job and prospects. I just got home from the post office dropping off Depop orders, and I'm just in this mood where I'm mad at nothing but also like everything. It's just like I kind of want to cry right now. The reason I'm cranky is because I want to go to the grocery store, but I'm scared to drive, and my mom won't drive me to the grocery store. There's some content for the curious cat people calling me obese every day. Your girl wants food. But now I'm back home with nothing to do for the rest of my life ever. I don't know what to do with myself. I just want to cry. Like, I'm gonna start crying right now. Like, I'm just mad at nothing all the time. Should I get pizza tonight just to treat myself? But like I keep telling myself like, oh, I'll do this to treat myself, and then I don't, because I'm like, oh, you don't deserve that. I just want Shadow Me to come out already so I can have something that'll cure this, or it'll make it worse, you know? That would just be the cherry on top. Okie doke. I did a whole self-care routine tonight, including washing my face and a face mask. As I did so, I decided to log off social media and continue reading my romance book, Passion on Park Avenue. I made it halfway through the book, so I'm on page 142 now, which is this far. I'm so tired. I'm enjoying it, but there's some pacing issues, I think, where some chapters I'm glued onto it and other chapters I want to skim. And I got to a place where I wanted to skim, and I'm getting really sleepy, so I'm just gonna put it down until tomorrow. The only thing I'm looking forward to tomorrow is going to Trader Joe's. Good day, everyone. First things first, it's been an experience. Today, things have happened. First of all being, my shirt has been inside out all day, so let me fix that. better. Today, I left my house. I went to Trader Joe's, which was a good change of pace for me. I needed to have done something. I'm still cranky because existing makes me cranky. I was gonna do a grocery haul. I just really don't feel like talking right now, but I got this burrito. I'm gonna eat it. While I eat, I'm gonna continue with my romance book. Hopefully this will be cute and cheer me up a bit. If not, I'll just suffer. I feel like this vlog is gonna be very emo and like not happy and exciting to watch just because I'm cranky every day. But maybe I'll put in a huge clip of the kittens at the end to make up for it. Miss Mao? What are you doing? This is not your swamp. Why are you in here? Miss Mao, what are you doing? Hello everybody! I just got off an interview with American Airlines. So I decided I want a little kitten action. Hi mama, you doing a good stretch? Yes mama, good girl. And I'm gonna come outside. What? Bless you. So today's the last day of February and I want to finish up Passion on Park Avenue. I have about 100 pages of it left. It's just not super duper fast paced because I think the angst in this is sort of mediocre. But anyway, I'm gonna put on some of my ASMR. I'm gonna get listening. I'm gonna do a good snoozle with my kitters. Bless you, my sweetums. Hello. We got Reggie. We got Toothless. On top of there is my gal. Hi, Rosie. So let's complete this. Oh. Hello, my woman. What are you doing? She's gonna go do an explore.
Open your mouth a little wider.
Goodness gracious. Hi friends! I feel really bad because today I actually had a really good day. I did stuff, I was out of the house, I was having fun, but I just wasn't in the mood to vlog that, and I think it might have been because we were going and doing stuff in public, and for a little bit I got brave and I didn't care about filming in public, and then I got roasted in Barnes & Noble for filming, which kind of ruined my mojo. So I didn't really want to vlog on my phone, like take everyone around, because it was just going to be kind of awkward. But Kayla and Julia and Veronica came and visited me, and they were going to go to Half Price Books in Dallas and explore. We all took a little hour-long road trip down to Dallas. Surprisingly, at Half Price Books, I didn't get anything. I really didn't see anything that I wanted. They didn't have any romance books I was looking for. They didn't have any YA books I was looking for. I knew if I picked up anything else, it would just sit on my shelf for several years. There were a couple new releases that sounded interesting, but nothing I wanted immediately, so I left empty-handed and very proud of that fact. And then we went to the mall across the street. So I know I don't really do like beauty stuff ever, but I'll do a little haul. Basically at this mall they have a Morphe store, which I'd never been in before, and it had Jeffree Star products and the new James Charles stuff, so it was so cool to see like YouTubers in a physical store. That was awesome. But I ended up getting 3 things from Morphe. First of all being these 2 brushes. I do not shell out money for brushes. I needed a face brush for powder, and like the actual face powder brush was $25, and I was like, no. So I opted for this $9 one because the one I have I've been using since like maybe 2010, and I've probably washed it like once. So I just wanted a little powder moment. I don't know. I also got a highlight brush because the current brush I use to apply highlight is just a regular contour brush, but I like squeeze the bristles like this so that I just make it like a fan brush. I decided, you know what, I might as well like get a brush that's actually dedicated to doing highlight. So I think they're gonna be worth the investment. I think brushes are something that's probably worth more than makeup itself, just because you're gonna use them for years. So maybe I shouldn't have been so stingy, but whatever. I also really wanted to get lipstick. I'm really out of the trend of liquid matte lipstick because I think it just crusts off really fast. It's really hard to reapply because it's not very buildable. I just wanted to get like a play it safe and get a nude. So I actually got from the Morphe brand, which is, again, I've never tried Morphe. This is a lipstick that's called Whipped. Maybe I should try this on to like give y'all a first impression. But I hate putting on lipstick when I'm not wearing any other makeup because I feel like it makes me look clownish. So maybe I'll try that in a different clip and let you know. At Sephora, I got this acne spot treatment because I have spots that need treatment. Hopefully with my skincare routine that I've started, this will cause less of this. And finally, I was not going to go into Lush this time, but I had to. I was accosted. I made 2 purchases, or technically 3 purchases at Lush. First of all, I repurchased this little honey lip scrub. I've had this for years to the point where I can't use it now because it's all dried out and it like cuts my lips when I try and apply it. But I keep this in the shower because when I get in there and all the steam like makes my lips really gross. That's the only way to describe it. It's just a sugar scrub. It tastes like tea. I don't know if it helps. I just feel like I want it to. Lastly, I got this little massage bar, which is made of shea butter, so I'm gonna use it as like an in-shower lotion in lieu of the one that I normally use. That was $60, so I did not buy that one. But this one is just made of like vanilla and jasmine, and it smells so good. It smells very similar to the Rose Arc. So that's all the makeup stuff I got. Reading updates. I'm still not done with this book. And honestly, I don't know why. I'm on page 210 out of 280, and I got to a part where like the characters are interacting and we might finally get somewhere, but I keep putting it down. I go through phases where I just sit in bed and watch YouTube videos, and I got out of that for like a week. I think you saw on my past reading vlogs, I've been reading like a book a day because I really put down technology and I was picking up books more, but I'm back in the phase of picking up my phone more than I pick up books. So I tried to combat that with doing my time management app thing on Twitter and like making my phone turn off Twitter after I've reached 2 hours of usage. I need to do that with YouTube because that's really where I get lost in my recommendations section. But the other day I was trying to just read something so that I would read something. So I picked up for Stormy. I wasn't planning on rereading this, and I honestly don't even know if I'm gonna finish this from where I even started it because I'd read 50 pages of this last month or January because I wanted to reread it before the next book comes out. I read until page 170, but I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. I'm kind of bored. This book has very little action and it's all just like explanation of like what's changed, what's our past, what's the politics. So there's very little action and just all this inner monologue. Knowing where this book leaves off, I'm just like, I don't think I even want to reread this. I think I just want to know what happens and I'm craving being in that world again. So that's why I really enjoyed the Defy Me snippet dropping, which I did not record my reaction for even though I planned to because I couldn't wait until today to read it. And so I read it last night and I reacted on FaceTime with my friends and I yelled. I'm not going to talk about it here because spoilers. And honestly, after reading that snippet, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do theories because I had so many theories. And now that that snippet's dropped, I have like so many theories. I also really want to do like summaries of each of the Shatter Me books, which is going to take a lot of like researching it and like seeing what parts are important and what parts I can cut out, and then seeing how long that even takes to film, because I don't know if I'm going to take 10 minutes to film those summaries or an hour each, which is intimidating, especially when I can't film for 5 minutes without a dog barking or someone walking in. So it's like motivation to film not existent. So these are kind of my current reads. If I'm being real, I kind of want to read this one more than this one. But it is March, my dudes. This is going to be a busy month, and I don't know how I feel about that. Hello. So, I wish I could say that I've been reading, but I haven't. I've been in the glow of my laptop. This is such a weird lighting situation. I'm sorry. Tonight I realized I've had this really bad habit of being mutuals with people on Twitter who I know, or maybe don't know that they have a booktube, but I don't watch their channel. So I've kind of been going on a binge of all these new YouTubers, or at least like new to me YouTubers, because I see them on Twitter all the time, and then I just was like, you know what? Why do I not watch their channel if I love interacting with them? So I've been subscribing to new people tonight, been watching new people. Mini shout out section, I guess. So right now I'm watching Madison Mary from Princess of Paperback. She is so much fun and I love her personality, so definitely subscribed as soon as I saw the first video from her. Tonight I also watched Boston. I don't know channel names. I'm literally the worst. I saw Boston. I love her on Twitter, so I knew I was gonna love her in videos, and I do. She's also so sweet, and I love her dog. Boston, if you're watching this, give your dog kisses for me. Ooh, I found a new person. What's her name? I loved her. Something about Leo, like Leo Reads. Leo Reads. It is called Leo Reads. I think her name's Jamie, but I just watched her wrap up. She's so funny. She reads a good selection of books that I also like. She talked about things really well. I just like instantly fell in love with her. She's so beautiful too. I also watched Serenity's video. Serenity's beautiful as well. Like everyone with their beautiful orange eyeshadow, like just kill me. I watched her tag that was like the Booktube opinion. What is it called? I don't know, but I want to do it after watching her do it. So she was fun to watch. I also watched her. I'll be linking all these people down below, by the way, because I always forget channel names. I just refer to people by their name. So that's who all I have watched. I do plan on doing a Booktube's shout out video soon because I used to do those so often. I used to always do like every 1,000 subscribers, we would shout each other out and that would be a way we would all grow. And I haven't done that in like years. Oh my gosh, I just clicked my channel page and saw I got to 53,000 subscribers. Ah, thank you everybody. Last year or a couple years ago, I don't know, I was stuck in the 40,000s for almost a year, and I was watching people who were the same size as me just shoot up and above and beyond, and so I was like, what am I doing wrong? Looking back, it was because I literally didn't brush my hair in college. I looked a mess, I sounded a mess. I was really discouraged because I was like, no one's watching, like I'm not growing. That made me really uninspired to post, and then I finally got to a place where I was like, whatever, do what you want, like don't worry about the numbers. So that's kind of what I've been doing for a while. I feel like once I hit 50k, which I don't even know how long ago that was, I feel like that was a landmark that like, okay, I'm proud of that. So now I'm not really like tracking hundreds or thousands. I also think it's a way to gauge like what am I doing well, what am I not doing well. Whenever I did Vlogmas, I had like 400 people unsubscribe because they didn't care about my day-to-day life, which I get. I'm not saying like, oh, woe is me. I've been really proud of the content I've been making, and I've been posting it consistently. I've been reading a lot. I definitely plan on doing more videos than just vlogs. I know everyone loves the vlogs. Thank you so much for watching 50-minute videos of me just like complaining. I definitely want to diversify the things that I'm doing. I have lots of ideas, and I'm just like crossing everything I have that like once I get my own place, I'm gonna get the motivation to do all that. Because right now, I mentioned earlier, I'm just like constantly terrified that people are listening to me, people are gonna walk in. My bookshelf setup isn't what I want it to be, what I would have it be if I had my own place. But like there's little spots of light in the darkness is kind of what I just wanted to say. And like, thank you for 53k subs. I guess it's a celebration. Go subscribe to the smaller booktubers that I just shouted out. After I finish watching a couple more of these videos, I'm going to finish this book because it just needs to happen. Also, watching people read gives me motivation, so hopefully I'll finish it off on a good note where I feel really inspired. Hey guys, it's pretty early in the morning and I really can't sleep. I don't feel like reading, so I decided I'm gonna do a little impromptu cover of Seven Rings by Areola Grande. I don't quite know all the lyrics yet, but I'm gonna try my hardest. I'll just do like a little snippet of the beginning for you. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. I can't even finish it. It's so funny. This clip was a joke. That was a joke. I made that joke to Bonnie, and then 20 minutes later I was like, that was a good joke. Let me put that in the vlog. Okay, that's it. Good middle of the morning, everyone. I just finished Passion on Park Avenue. So my main thought as I'm wrapping up this book is I wish that romance books came with like ratings, because I don't want to read anything below a PG. And this was definitely a G on the romance front. I feel like if I'm gonna slog my way, not slog, but like if I'm gonna put effort toward reading a 300-page book that's a romance story, I want some compensation for my time. I want some action, if you will. This book had one fade to black scene, and that was it. So it's not my cup of tea, but I know some people prefer lighter romance. I'm just bitter, I guess. Mainly my takeaway from this is that I could not read it quickly, which is not typical for me in romance books. This book took me like a week to read, even though usually it takes me like a day. And I think that's because a lot of this book is focused on her career, which is a big part of the plot, but it doesn't really let you know enough about it to be interested in it. So there will be scenes, oops, between her and her neighbor, who's the love interest, but then it will switch to scenes at work, and you're like, okay, I care about the guy, because like obviously, but I don't care about the co-workers and the work. And there's like a whole plot point in this book that's developed the entire story, and I kid you not, it's not even solved until the epilogue in like a one sentence like, oh, and by the way, here's how this ended. The pacing of this is just really awkward. Not really awkward, but just like awkward enough to make me feel like, The writing of it's pretty strong. I thought it was pretty. I had no gripe about the writing style whatsoever, which has been a common issue I've had the past couple romance books I've read. I don't think I'm going to continue this series just because I feel like it's more plot based and not romance based. I wouldn't say this is a bad book. It's just like a solid average for me. Really didn't love the characters. I was skimming the last like 20 pages of this just because it was just falling action and I really didn't care, so I just wanted to see how it ended. So I think I'm gonna give this like 3 or 3.5 stars. I'm not mad I read it. It just took up a lot of my time and it ended up just like not fulfilling what I thought it would. But it is a pretty empowering story for women who are CEOs. If you enjoy romance books that are similar to my taste, you probably won't like this, but if you like books that are lighter on romance and there's a good mixture of family and plot and work and life alongside romance, and then with the romance there's not a lot of explicit or any explicitness, you would like this. I'm also like 200 pages into Restore Me, and I don't know if I want to finish rereading this. I'm at the scene where they're on the beach and Warner's in a full suit with a briefcase, like dumb idiot. I think I just was rereading it because I didn't want to read that other book, and now that I'm done with that, I'm like, cool, we can move on. Are you hungry? We hungry? Who's hungry? Hi, gals. Hi, gals. I'm gonna take this off because I feel like I'm being choked when I wear it. You gotta be in a certain mood to get choked. What am I talking about? I'm a virgin. Okay. Hi. Why do I just like automatically, you ever just vlog and put your arm in the air? Because that's the mood. I have less than 24 hours before Shadow Me drops, which means today I need to finish off this vlog, which means I need to do something. I finished that one book. I have not started anything new because I'm like, oh, I'll finish Rereading Restore Me. And she hasn't. So again, I'm like less than halfway through this. And for real, I could probably finish it in like tonight if I wanted to, but here's the thing. A bitch might not want to. It just hurts, and like everything's more confusing now that we have a new snippet, and Shadow Me is gonna make everything double worse because it's gonna offer like half-hearted explanations for things that we're not gonna know until Defy Me comes out, and that's just gonna give me diarrhea like no other. So I'm not sure if I want to finish rereading this or start something new and try and read something in 24 hours so I can have content for y'all. So I keep wanting to put my arm up. Ugh. This is just the ultimate vlogging angle. Woohoo! I'm going to put on my Ravenclaw reading room and just enjoy. Here's the tea. The Ravenclaw reading room is so much better than the Gryffindor common lounge area, whatever they're called. I refuse to succumb to my curiosity to see what the Hufflepuff and the Slytherin rooms sound like, so I am cut off from that. And I'm gonna go. Why am I talking? Also, small thing. This is like health related. Just skip if you want to hear about books. I mentioned like months ago, I've had this like weird like ear problem. I like hear my pulse constantly whooshing in my ear. And it's gotten progressively worse to the point where like I can barely hear out of this ear anymore. I like can't watch YouTube videos out loud. I have to wear headphones, but my regular earphones, my Apple earphones, still don't block it out, so now I have to wear these to be able to like hear music and YouTube videos on my computer. It's not easy not having healthcare. I'm about to pass out, but I figured reading update. I read 100 pages of my book. But not the one I said I was going to. I read Restore Me. You know, I kept saying like, this book's boring, I don't want to read it. And then I opened it to where I was and I was like, wait, this is actually an interesting part. So I read it. And then I live tweeted it for an hour and now I am sleepy. I'm now over halfway. We got to the a certain scene. Here's a Restore Me spoiler with no context. I gotta go my own way. I've been live tweeting my reactions to things and like my new theories. So I'll link that Twitter thread if you're interested in my thoughts, because I really don't know at this point if I'll have a theories video up. But I'm very tired. I set an alarm every single day for like 10 or 11 o'clock, but I end up snoozing it until 12 or 1. So I'm gonna actually attempt to get up early tomorrow. Hi gals! Today I woke up pretty early actually, and I finished my reread of Restore Me. So I feel like I don't need to do a full review of Restore Me just because, I don't know, I have a 2-hour long one up on my channel. I mean, obviously I enjoyed it. I feel like between rereadings, like I haven't reread it since like June of last year. So in my head, I keep thinking like, you know, Restore Me is not like a full 5-star book. I think I just relate to it so much because it's from my childhood and my teenage years. But rereading it, I was like, no, this is amazing. I just love, I think one of the biggest things I love about the book is like Warner's characterization in the book, where he's so like, I can't even describe it. He like takes responsibility for everything and he's so mature, even though he's stupid and he doesn't vocalize his feelings. I think his feelings are present in his perspective, so it's interesting to see like what he voices versus what he's thinking. Also, something I was really focusing on during this reread was the compartmentalization of physical power versus mental power, because I think Juliet talks so much about like, my power makes me really dangerous and people respect me for it, but I don't have like the people skills and like the mental resilience yet. And so I think that discussion is really valuable. So those were kind of the two things I was picking up on this reread, as well as some new theories, because the Defy Me sampler dropped and that changed everything about the ending of this book. It still made me furious to read the ending, but things are different now. Shadow Me comes out at midnight. It's been leaked already. I woke up today at 11 and people were already posting spoilers. So I think what happened is you can go on like the Japanese Amazon and buy it there. But I decided I'm not gonna read it early, even though it's available literally everywhere at this point. If I wanted to read it early, I could definitely find it. I said no thank you, because I want to stay true to my woman. I already have it pre-ordered. I'm just gonna read my pre-order and be a good girl. Let me try this acne spot treatment for the first time. What do? You just put it on. So finish Restore Me. 5 stars, obviously. I need to end off this vlog blog because I'm going to do a separate reading vlog for Shadow Me. It's kind of difficult because Shadow Me is 64 pages long and I kind of just want to like live stream me reading it. Like my reading vlog for it literally might just be me. My camera that I have right now, the SD card in it has 200 minutes of footage because I just cleared off my SD card. So I might just like set up my camera on me reading it and just like record my reaction to the whole thing and cut out pauses and silences. But I'm scared of doing that because I remember when I filmed myself reading the ending of Ignite Me back when that came out. I don't even remember if I did or not because I was like, I don't want to fake my reaction for a camera and like I don't want reading it to feel performative for a camera. That's why I'm nervous to like record me reading it. That's been my day. That's been my life. I'm really happy that right now I'm okay mentally because whenever Restore Me came out last year, I was freaking out. I hated Restore Me when it first came out and I was like dreading it. I was in such a bad mindset that I like doomed myself to not like it because I was just miserable. But now I feel hopeful. Yeah, that's all. I feel like it's gonna be good. If it's not, okay. I feel like there's kind of like the duality of like, is it gonna be Destroy Me or Fracture Me? Is it gonna be good and worth your time, or is it just gonna be like a fun read, but then I'm never gonna read it again? I think this is gonna be like Fracture Me, where I'm not gonna recommend it to people. I guess that's kind of to say my expectations are low, but I think I'm gonna have a good time reading it. But I prefer to have Defy Me instead of this novella. I just keep talking more and more because I'm dreading reading. I'm not dreading reading it. It's just like, okay, new content. We're gonna be fine. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Also, I actually filmed a video of me singing, so another singing clip to calm us all down before Shadow. Well, I guess Shadow Me is probably up by the time you're watching this, so singing clip to calm us all down. I should go now quietly. From my bones I found a place to lie down and sleep, where all my layers can become reeds, all my limbs can become trees, all my children can become me. What a mess I leave to follow, to follow, to follow.